Hi everyone, this is Eric. Welcome to another episode of Oh, Go On Then, You're Amongst Friends. In today's episode, I talked with my friend Dom when I was living back in London at the beginning of this year. This is before the coronavirus lockdown, so we talk about where to find toilet paper and where there are no longer shelves with toilet paper at the time. So that's kind of where the conversation starts. It goes into talking about his lovely childhood memory of being in a stroller or a pram going through the parks. And then he talks about this, when he was 3, he had a really bad accident of being burned. He talks about the 2 different stories that he had told throughout his life. And so you get to hear both of them in this episode. I'm really excited that you get to meet Dom, and I hope that you enjoy. So let's begin. Hi everybody, I'm here with my friend, and
You forgot my name.
No, I forgot to ask you. Do you want your real name, or do you want to choose a different name?
Is this part of the podcast?
I don't know yet.
Well, if people could see my face, like, calling ourselves to the ghosts. We haven't thought this one through.
Alright, well, this is my friend Dom.
Yeah, I'm Dom.
And this is the podcast, Oh, Go On Then. You're Among Friends. So, Dom, I've got 15 questions for you. Okay. And the 16th question is a special one.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So the first question is red or blue?
Red or blue?
Yeah, red or blue.
I've had to think about this.
Have you?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
And it goes along with this logic. So,
Go on.
Been properly thinking about when I choose red and when I choose blue. And I'd say blues for stuff which I feel like I don't want to show off and I just use for everyday things. So blue's actually my favourite colour.
Just in general?
Yeah, just in general. If somebody was to say, what's your favourite colour? I'd probably say blue. But then loads of the things like I like to show off would be red. So I'd have red shoes. I'd have a red car.
And you have blue socks.
Yeah, because you don't show off your socks. They're just...
You're right. But I've got like green ones and I like to show off my socks.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but your car, black.
Yeah, well, I don't have enough money to get the colour car I want at the moment. So.
Fair enough.
But if I could get my dream car, it would probably be red.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of car?
I don't know.
Kia?
A Kia? A red Ferrari. Cliched.
Wouldn't that be nice? My uncle has one.
Really?
Hey, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
1976, I think.
Nice.
Or 79. I don't know. Second question. Do you fold or scrunch your toilet paper?
Fold or scrunch? I'm just trying to think. Like, at the moment, there is the coronavirus, and I've got one last roll.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So tomorrow, I'm going to be touch and go. I was discussing this at work because, like...
That's a big issue.
Loads of people said they've gone into shops and there's been no toilet paper. And I've been like, what do you mean? Like, because you see it on the news, and I'm like, nah, this isn't happening. But now they're saying like, oh, you're going to have to go tonight. And still, I didn't buy any. And I didn't even check the shelves. But I might steal it from work tomorrow.
Absolutely, don't tell his work. You do have a plant with, 18 leaves on there.
Yeah.
That's good. Is it a real plant or is it?
It's a real plant. It's the first thing I've looked after and kept alive. So.
Oh.
But I'd probably say...
Oh yeah, fold or scrunch.
I'm just trying to reenact it.
Absolutely.
It's a kind of fold and scrunch.
Like origami?
Yeah. It's got to be at least like 4-ply.
Really?
Yeah.
But then it's a scrunch.
Yeah, so... You fold to get 4-ply and then scrunch.
You get 4. Hold on. You get 2 squares or 4?
So like
4 squares. How many squares total?
I'll probably take 4 squares.
Okay.
And then I'll fold and then scrunch.
Really?
Yeah. And then like
best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
A fold and scrunch.
Oh my gosh.
I've never met a fold and scruncher.
Have you not? Wow.
Not till today.
Yeah.
Third
What do you do?
Oh, good question. I'm a fold through and through. I used to be a scruncher. I'm a reformed scruncher. I did the 12-step program.
The 12-step program
to get over scrunching.
You need to do both.
No. I'm a fold.
No.
That was definitive. Absolutely not.
Nah.
I'm 4 squares. Yeah.
Okay.
Third question. Are you big spoon or little spoon?
Big spoon. In fact, like, I always end up being big spoon, but I think I prefer to be little spoon. Like, because there's some times in the night when I'm sleeping with Ray.
Yeah.
And like, she's always like, oh, cuddle me. So I cuddle her just because nice boyfriend and everything.
Absolutely.
But then I'm like, she's fell asleep on my arm and it's dying. And then I'm like, oh, I want to get this back. And then would turn over and get spooned myself.
Absolutely. Return the favor.
Exactly. But it doesn't work out like that. So.
Shoot. I mean, if only she were over 6 feet tall, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people like that.
No. Are you?
I've been looking for people over 6'6" for ages.
Jeez.
This is difficult. That's a whole other problem.
Have you started looking at basketball teams? Or
I just troll the basketball team. I'm asking for their autograph and I'm giving them my number. No,
hey, LeBron.
Yeah.
6'8", right?
Us?
You need a sleeping partner?
Oh my gosh. All right. I can get on board. I might try that.
You should.
Fourth question. What makes you laugh?
I don't know. Life.
Really? In general?
I don't know. That is a deep question. This just went from red, blue, toilet paper.
What makes you
fold
laugh?
Fold or scrunch?
Fold or scrunch. Big spoon, little spoon. What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh?
This conversation will get much deeper than red, blue.
Okay. What makes me laugh? Don't know. Anything. Like, I always laugh at the most awkward times. Like, when you're not supposed to laugh. Like, if somebody tells me you can't laugh, I'll start laughing. Like, today when he was telling me he was talking about you interviewed some people.
Those are intense interviews.
Yeah, he was talking about some badass interviews. And the stuff what happened in the interviews was completely horrific.
Yeah.
But I think you just have to laugh to get over the tough stuff what happens in life.
So at quite inappropriate times.
Yeah, so I think it's more of an awkward laugh. So I have this awkward laugh and then
Does it sound different from your other laugh?
No, probably about the same. Or then I'll just laugh at my own jokes.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, like sometimes I don't feel like people appreciate my humour.
Right? And people, you gotta appreciate him.
Ray appreciates it about 30% of the time, and then she gets annoyed with me.
30's pretty good.
My mates probably appreciate it about 10% of the time, and then they're like, "What are you doing, dog?" And then everybody else is just looking at me blank face.
Yeah. As long as you get it, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay. Awkward things. New. Next question. What is your first happy childhood memory?
My first childhood memory, which was
happy
happy.
one. Yeah.
Happy.
I mean, you could go to what is your first most horrific childhood memory. I will let you choose. I forgot to tell you. You can skip any question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't have to tell people if they folded or scrunched.
So that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. Oh man. Fuck. You know what? One of the earliest memories I have, and I guess it is happy, is just being in a pram and getting pushed.
Stop. Is this recent? kidding.
But like, I can just remember going to a park. It was kind of sunny, and just being in the pram and being pushed, and it was just a nice day, and I was just going along, just cruising.
You remember that?
Yeah, I can remember it really vividly, and I'm like, oh, which park am I in? Because I can like, it was a park. There was grass on either side of the path. This is not helping the description because this is probably about 99% of parks in the world.
Some have grass, yeah.
There was trees on one side,
Mm-hmm.
and then a bit of a like pond, river, lake. Because I know where I grew up, I've got an idea of where it is, but I've never been able to locate it myself. So if I could go to that spot, I feel like I'll get to that point in time and just remember my whole childhood, like everything from being a baby. But
Can you imagine?
that would be trippy.
Who was pushing you?
Can't remember. I was just getting pushed. It might even be a dream. Maybe that is what I want to do. Because I feel like it would give me so much happiness. But that is like that's probably the first memory I can remember.
That sounds like a really lovely, peaceful memory.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
How nice that is your first memory, you know, to be in a pram,
Yeah,
in a safe little carriage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Thank you. Next question. You can use the word, whatever word you want to use, but do you think that the universe knows you exist? Some people call the universe Allah, God, Spirit, Sky, or Wind, I don't know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Like, part of me feels like being a scientist, engineer,
Oh, yeah.
you have to have this, like, view of the universe that we're just matter floating around in the abyss of space.
Yeah.
But then, being a human, like, you just feel like you have to have some purpose.
Wow.
And without, like, even if it's just in our minds, at least it gives you purpose to your life. So,
Wow.
I
That's
think,
amazing.
like, my life does have meaning.
Hmm.
Even if it doesn't mean anything, I think it means something, so it has meaning. So that's a dumb bomb right there.
If I had a microphone, here's my little microphone. I'll drop it. Follow-up question to that: what do you think the universe thinks about you?
I'm a great guy.
Yes, yes. The universe and I have similar opinions about this.
No, like, I don't know. I feel like, I feel like whatever energy you put out there, you get back. I can remember being young and like my dad having on audiobook The Secret.
Yes.
And he used to play it in the car. And then that message has always like played round in my head.
Really?
Like, whatever energy you give out, you get back. And I feel like it kind of works because when you're positive about things, nothing can change that mentality. Even when it's a shit situation, you'll handle it in a good way. So
that's a brilliant answer.
Yeah.
Next question. What is a cause or a group of people that you care about and you want their life to be a little bit better?
That was tough.
It's almost like red and blue.
There's a lot of people like. That's a tough question, Eric.
Okay. You want to come back to it? You want to skip it?
Yeah, I'll have some thinking time.
All right. How about now?
Okay. If I approach that,
You just want life to be a little bit better for them.
just a little bit better.
Just a little bit better.
Like, there's not, like, I think everybody's life could be better. Like, no matter what. Like, everybody's going through their own struggles.
That's
their
true.
own, like, situations and all sorts. So, I don't know.
I like that.
Because, like, sometimes you would say like poor people, but there's no such thing as being poor, because some poor people are the happiest people out there, and like some rich people still are like miserable as hell. So like everybody's life can be a little bit better. We just gotta love each other. I sound like I'm chatting so much shit, but
that is a Dom bomb right there.
that is a dumb.
So much truth. I love it. You're blowing up this place.
Oh man.
Next question. What are 2 adjectives or characteristics? 2 positive adjectives or characteristics to describe yourself.
I was just gonna say big, black, and handsome.
Absolutely. That. Well, I mean, you just took the words. Those are 3. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, let's just go with that, because I can't think of it.
Yeah, that's fine. I changed your name in my phone to that earlier today. I'm staying at Big Black and Handsome's apartment. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Okay, what is an event where you thought life had stopped? Where you thought, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. Tomorrow's not going to come.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Coachella. not being able to go.
Yeah.
Now on a serious note. Life just stopped.
That you thought, oh my gosh, tomorrow's not going to come.
You know what? One of those days was when I got my results back for my uni degree. Like, it was just one of those times when you're like so nervous and anticipating the news which is about to come. And I was in Thailand at the time. I was there with my mate Kish. I was sat on the bed and he was like, mate, are you gonna get up and do something with your day? And I'm like, I can't. I'm waiting, pressing refresh on my computer.
Really?
And it was probably about half an hour, but for me, that time was like several years. And I was pressing refresh, and then it came through blank, and I was like, fuck. Yeah, my like results page was blank, and then said I got a first, and I was like,
Tom, you got a first.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I was like, happy bunny. But
did your heart start beating again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's a good story, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Next question. Love and suffering are said to be our 2 greatest teachers.
Yeah.
What have each taught you?
Love. Let's start with love. Always to love yourself.
Really?
Yeah. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Nah, I feel like I love myself a lot.
Yeah?
A lot of people say that Dom's got a lot of love for himself. Maybe a bit too much love.
I don't think so. I think just the right amount.
Yeah. But I feel like I got a big heart as well, so I can love others. So, yeah. Basically in love, just if you love yourself, you can be happy. And then in suffering, I learned to love myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? That's quite profound.
Because I feel like the only way you can suffer is when you think somebody else's opinion of yourself is more valuable than your own opinion of yourself. And that's what makes you feel like sad and feel like you're suffering. But if your opinion's the most important thing you value, you can never suffer because it's always positive.
Yeah. Your identity like transcends what other people think of you.
Yeah.
I get that. Here's an easier question. This one's easier. Have you ever thought you're going to die?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my days.
Yeah. There's
I've got time.
yeah. Oh man. Well, the first time I thought, well, I can't properly remember the situation myself, but I think everybody around me thought I was gonna die. Was when I got burnt. For those of you who don't know me, when I was about 3, I was involved in a massive house fire.
Wow.
The house came tumbling down. I was trapped inside. I managed to crawl out.
Baby Dom.
Yeah. And then I went back in to save my younger brother, and I ended up with these scars.
There we have it.
I thought I was going to die. So that was the story I've been telling like the last 20 or so years.
Yeah.
To people who I don't know, and just telling them like made up stories. But what really happened to get my scars was that I dropped hot milk on myself because the dreams of going to the NBA at an early age were trying to come into fruition a bit too early. So knocked it off.
You knocked it off the
the
hob.
stove, yeah.
Really? You
And
were
it
3.
it went all over me. I got 3rd-degree burns and I passed out. And yeah, apparently my parents put me under the sink and my skin was just coming off and stuff, and
Yeah.
everybody thought I was gonna die. Got the shock. Started my heart again, and then I'm here now. So that was time number
Thank
1,
goodness.
which I don't really remember, but there's pictures of it happening. So
What is it like to see the pictures? Have you ever seen the pictures?
yeah, well, in hospital I've seen the pictures of
Yeah.
myself, and I'm like, looks kind of comfy in there.
Yeah. I'm sure it does look quite comfy, but
No, it
does
is
it
kinda
seem like
sad.
another person? Because it still is your own history, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's weird. Like I've seen pictures of myself without burns as a kid,
Oh my gosh.
which I don't feel like myself now,
Fascinating.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, my burns are a part of me.
At what point did you kind of accept that they were a part of you? Or has it just always been?
Yeah, like because I've grew up like throughout my whole childhood with them.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they've always been there. So when you're a kid and stuff, like you have to deal with that pressure of like, oh, you're a young kid with burns and people
Yeah.
are staring at you, and yeah, like you used to cover them up and be nervous taking your shirt off and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like now with age you get more accepting of it, and like yeah,
That seems like it would be very difficult
yeah
at swimming pools and stuff.
yeah. And now I'm like, this is what you get. What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Wow. What do you think was the tipping point? Because so often we go through life like not taking our shirt off.
Yeah, I feel like my parents like helped me overcome that. They made me do a lot of stuff like that.
Really?
Like go swimming and stuff where you would have to, you can't go swimming with like a t-shirt and stuff.
Yeah.
So, which was kind of mean when I look back at it, like what was he doing? But
Look where you're at now.
yeah, without them I wouldn't be here now. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
What would you do as a parent?
Now I think I'd take the same approach. I feel like you get to that age when you're like, oh, actually my parents didn't do a bad job, so I'll do the same what they done to me. So.
Yeah. That's wild. That sounds quite terrifying for your whole family.
Yeah. But they've done a good job. They've got a good kid. Mad City. Shout out Kendrick.
Point right at the camera. Let's see.
J. Cole, I love you.
Who is that? Is he a football player?
These are rappers. Like, J. Cole's my favourite rapper of all time. If you ask anybody this, who's Dominic's favourite musician, artist, just like man crush, J. Cole. But then, like, you just always have to put Kendrick up there because he's just Kendrick Lamar.
Did you say J. Cole is his name?
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard J. Cole, but when I think of J. Cole, he's my favorite rapper. No, he's not.
Oh man.
What are your thoughts on cheating in a relationship?
It's just wow. Like, it's just not acceptable.
I feel like this podcast would be easier if every question was just red or blue. You know? Yeah. But we have to get deep. We have to get to the core.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. Why is it unacceptable?
Like, because I feel like you shouldn't be in that relationship if you're going to cheat. Or let it be known at the start that you want an open relationship if that's what you're after. Because, like, yeah, I feel like people trust each other. And cheating is breaking that trust. So, yeah.
What do you think? Like, if okay, at the beginning, let's raised just like watching it. At the beginning of a relationship, like, you lay out the boundaries. Like, okay, let's have this be an open relationship and things. But what if after a year, then people are like, let's have an open relationship, and you revisit it? Is that an indication that the person really wants to cheat on you and they're bored?
Well, if they've had the conversation and they've like had a conversation to try and reopen it, that means technically it's not cheating, is it? If you're gonna discuss it and then the outcome is to have an open relationship, that's a decision made by both parties.
Yeah.
It might not be the decision one of the parties might not want to have, but if it's ended up that way, no love is lost. So it's very mature.
Gosh, yikes! I'm so glad I'm single. When you hear the siren of an ambulance, what's the first thing you think of?
What? Get out of the way.
Is it?
Ooh, bitch. Get out the way.
They should just turn that on with the siren.
The first thing I think of.
Go on.
I don't know. It's like, sometimes I think like, normally when I hear the ambulance, I'm stuck in traffic and I'm thinking this ambulance is taking ages to get through this traffic. The person's going to be dead before they get there. So it's normally not good. Like, I don't know. Or then I'm like, oh, who's in the ambulance? And then you're like, oh, are they going to make it or are they not? It's like,
so that sounds like your third thought. Are they going to make it?
Yeah.
It's not front of your list of things to worry about.
Nah, it's more like I need to get out of the way. Let the healthcare professional do their job. Yeah.
All right. So almost the last question. I have to read it because it's long.
Okay.
It's my Mr. Rogers question, so you got to listen. Mr. Rogers, he has children's shows.
Okay.
So you're a child. Okay. Here, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Think about somebody who has helped you along the way, an extra special person. They might be near, they might be far away, they might be in heaven. Deep down, you know they have always wanted what is best for you. They've always cared about you, cared about what you would be. Hold on, one more sentence. They love and encourage you to be true to the best within you. Who is someone in your life that has always wanted the best for you? Take a minute.
Damn. Like,
they've always wanted the best for you.
There's so many people I could mention for this.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I've got like the greatest family and friends. Like, I'm blessed. You know what? I'm so blessed.
Take a minute.
It's like I can't just name 1, 2, 3 or 4 people. I could list a whole list of names. So I feel like if I said anything, it would offend people, so I can't properly answer that question. Because, like, there's so many people who have influenced me in my life.
Really?
And without them, I wouldn't be doing what I do today.
Really?
And this, like, whole attitude and the way how I see life is part of how they've influenced me. And that's why I can see everything in a positive light and be like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, it's gonna work out. Yeah. But yeah.
You don't have to name names. Sounds like you have a whole crowd of people.
Yeah, well, I like people. I'm a people person. I sound so cliched, but
hey, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Like, loads. Just, you know who you are. You. Yeah,
exactly.
You just breathed.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
What question do you have for me?
What question? You know what? I was supposed, because you told me to ask you a question.
I gave you a hint.
I was going to research a question where you would be like.
I'm with that no matter what question, to be honest.
So, if there's
your heart rate went up, right? If there's what? Go on.
What do you want your lasting impact of your life to be?
Oh my gosh. What do I want my lasting impact of my life to be?
So if you were to die tomorrow, what would you want to be remembered for? Or
okay. So I go for walks in the park nearly every day, which is a cemetery, right?
Yeah.
And on all the epitaphs, there's one that I just saw this a couple of days ago that said, vegan pioneer. That was it. Not even will be missed, not even beloved son, anything. Vegan pioneer. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So...
oh man.
That's my way of evading the question, but that's what comes to mind. I think that if I die tomorrow, I mean, to be honest, there are systems that we can put in place. Let's say that I ran a company and I made these great systems and those put in place, and that might last for 2 generations, right?
Yeah.
3 generations, if we're lucky, maybe 5. But I've been really preoccupied lately about being forgotten. That after how many generations, we're going to be completely forgotten. For example, Albert Einstein, we know all of his mathematical equations, but the people that knew his hopes and dreams and the way that he was, his qualities are gone. We know him by what he has done, you know? So if I were to die tomorrow, to be honest, I don't think that much will last that I've done, I mean, papers that I've written, photos that I've taken might last a bit. So what I really care about, they might last for a couple days, is if the people around me know that they have been loved by me and are lovable.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And the thing is that when I die and when they die, all of that will just go away.
Yeah.
But I don't think that matters.
Yeah.
I think if people walk past my grave and they see vegan pioneer, I want people when they think of me just to be like, wow.
Yeah.
I felt very loved by Eric.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if that answers your question.
No, that did. It's a good answer.
All right. Well, thanks for being a guest on Go On Then. This has been lovely.
This has been lovely, mate. First time up in Manchester.
First time in Manchester. What is it called? The Cottonopolis? Cotton.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
The cotton mill factory of the world.
Yeah, it's where the Industrial Revolution started.
Mm-hmm. And they've got worker bees everywhere.
Yeah. Did you see them on the bins today?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are worker bees like painted on the alleyways, on the bins, like everywhere.
Yeah.
The Manchester worker bee.
Yeah.
Question: do you like Manchester City or Manchester United? Or neither?
Neither, really. I'm not really that big a fan of football.
See, I am.
Oh, really? Are you
No,
United?
not at all. I'm no.
But
I do call it football and not soccer. I'm doing pretty well there.
Oh, that's good. That is good. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we should end this. I hope that you have a good evening.
Yeah. This has been swell. This has been great.
All right, let me turn it off. Thank you for listening to another episode of Oh, Go On Then, You're Amongst Friends. All of the podcasts are made possible thanks to the generosity of our online community of supporters, who I see as the friends who listen along. I love that. I love that the podcasts begin with you, the listener. You can visit ohgoonthen.com to learn more about the podcast and maybe consider supporting the creation of new episodes. Anything counts. If you can't, I completely understand. I'm really grateful for the time that we have together. You'll find the link to ohgoonthen.com in the show notes below. To all of you who listen and have been so encouraging, thank you, thank you, thank you. I could not do this without you. And I look forward to our next episode together.